Hi guys, it's your girl Yvonne and I'm back with another video. So today I'll be talking about coronavirus.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus!
Steps to take in order to prevent it. And how to treat it in its early stages. First off, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe right now because I will be posting loads of banging videos for the rest of 2020. Before we get into the video, tell me, how are you guys spending this lockdown period? You know, it's been crazy. We're all on lockdown. The whole world is on lockdown because of one virus. Like, okay, well, it's not one, but it was one before it's multiplied, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because of coronavirus, like, the whole world is locked down. It has affected so many economies, you know, not just people now. It's affecting countries as a whole, you know, the economies and all. Like France just, you know, went into recession a few days ago, and you know, some other countries are yet to go into recession because of this virus. Anyway, you know, while we're praying for all this to be over, we should take steps to prevent ourselves from contracting the virus. You guys, please, I'd like you to comment down below. Tell me how you've been spending your lockdown. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? How have you been passing your time? Have you been working from home? You know, have you been just chilling? Have you been Netflixing and chilling? Have you just tell me? Well, I've just been here, you know, making cocktails, homemade cocktails, you know, trying to make videos, editing, working from home as well. Been doing quite a lot. Now let's get back to the video. Coronavirus. We all know, you know, what coronavirus is. Well, even, you know, people who are not learned already see coronavirus. They know it's something to be avoided. They know it's a disease, you know, something they don't want for themselves. So this coronavirus is actually a virus that gets into your system through the mucous membranes, which are the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And most times this virus comes in through droplets from people's mouths, probably when they're talking, and then some saliva, you know, flies out of your mouth, or, you know, you could even, it could be on a surface and then you put your hands on it, and then, you know, before you know it, you put your hand on your face, and then maybe the weather's hot, you start sweating, and then, you know, your sweat droplets carried into your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, and voila, you have it. So we have to be really careful about this virus, because when it gets into your nose or, you know, your mouth, it hides in the sinuses, which is like behind the nose, which is a very cool area for it because it thrives in cold places. Or it could even hide in your throat, and it stays in these places for a few days before it progresses into the system to wreak the havoc, you know. But the good thing is, you know, while it might still be in the person's throat, if the person actually takes some of the preventive measures, it could even kill the virus while it's still hiding, in quotes. So that's the good thing. So now let's get into the steps to take to prevent the contraction of the virus. First, good personal hygiene. Have your bath daily, twice daily, once at least, you know, and then 2 times, you know, for those that can, because I noticed many people do not bathe twice a day. I do, because I don't know, I grew up that way. I grew up having my bath twice a day, in the morning and at night. Yeah, so for those of us who are used to it, fine. You know, even if you're not used to it and you want to take it up, all good and well. You should wash your hands regularly. And when you're washing your hands, don't wash it in a bowl or, you know, in stagnant water. Wash it under running water preferably, so that as you're washing, everything is going. And you should do this regularly, as much as possible, because, you know, we tend to touch a lot of things, and, you know, you don't know what might be on those surfaces where we end up touching. So you have to wash your hands regularly. Another step is to sanitize regularly. Always sanitize. Have your hand sanitizer always. I have this always. This wasn't finished anyway, and I still have more. So even if some people might say, oh, okay, sanitizers are now expensive, they're now triple the price, oh, okay, they don't have them anymore in stores, you can actually make your own. If you have rubbing alcohol, you could just mix it with aloe vera gel, and you have an alcohol based hand sanitizer. You could just check the internet. There are loads of directives on the internet on how to make your own hand sanitizer. So sanitize regularly, not too much anyway, because it's alcohol based, so it tends to dry out the skin, but sanitize as often as necessary. Another step is to clean exposed surfaces regularly. Clean exposed surfaces regularly. We have tables, we have the doorknobs, there are so many places where germs like to play around, because that's where we tend to go often. You see the tables, you see the doorknobs, you see the handles of things, you see the flusher for your water closet, your toilet and all that. The toilet seat, toilet seat is not even so dirty when you come to think of it, especially when you are neat. So basically all these surfaces where you tend to go to often, where there's a whole lot of traffic, make sure those places are clean, because you never can tell what might be hiding in all those places. Another step is to wear face masks if you must go out. If you must go out, wear face masks. I'm telling you, this is not a joke. Just wear face masks. Well, the face mask is actually going to be very helpful, because you don't know who you might be talking to, you don't know who might be next to you, or who might be talking, and then maybe some droplets might leave that person and then come onto your face. You don't know how, and the thing is, if you have these face masks on, these could serve as, the face masks could serve as a protective barrier and prevent those droplets from getting into your nostrils or your mouth, and you're saved already just because of that simple face mask. And the funny thing is, face masks are not so expensive. Well, now they're expensive because they are high in demand, but you don't even necessarily need to get the disposable face mask. You could have your own handmade, your DIY face mask. You could even tear a piece of cloth and put it around your face. Face mask is a face mask, and protection is protection. Another step is not to go too close to people. Social distancing. Don't come too close to people. Do not stay in crowded places. Stay at least 6 feet away from another person. By doing so, you're protecting yourself. Another step, which is one that is almost impossible, and which takes us back to sanitizing, is to avoid touching your face. Avoid touching your face. Most of us, like I'm saying us because I do that as well. I might feel something, an itch or something, and then I go all, but we shouldn't. And even if you have to, that is why you should sanitize regularly. So when you're touching your face, you're not putting something else onto your face. But the best option is always to have it at the back of your mind, because you could sanitize 1 minute, and then at the next minute you're touching somewhere and you forget to sanitize, and then next thing your hands are on your face, or your hand is on your face. So you should always have it at the back of your mind not to touch your face, so droplets or sweat wouldn't carry these viruses, if there's any, into your mucous membranes. Another step is to eat good. Eat proper diets. Don't eat junk. I'm not saying you shouldn't taste junk. I have a sweet tooth. I'm a sucker for sweet things, but I know, when to take them and when not to take them. Like now, I know I have to keep my immune system, on point. So I have to eat proper foods. so that I don't mess up my immune system, and so that my body will be strong enough to fight against unwanted free radicals and germs and all that, and infections. Another step is for us to stay hydrated. You should stay hydrated. Always stay hydrated. Do not dehydrate yourself. No, that is one of the worst things you can do. I have been drinking this water. I even started drinking it right before the video. So stay hydrated. Do not take cold drinks or cold food, because this virus thrives in cold environments. Do not take cold water, do not take cold drinks, do not take ice cream. You know, I'm giving this advice, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I love ice cream. I have like a tub of ice cream in the fridge, and you know, sometimes I get tempted and then I have like 1 or 2 spoons. But what I do right after that is I drink hot water. That's something I do right after that. Or I do a steam inhalation, which we're going to get to very soon. These 2 things could even help in the early stages of, you know, the infection. If somebody contracts it, you know, maybe within 2 to 3 days of contraction, this could actually get rid of the whole the virus. 1, steam treatment. Steam treatment. This is good for protection. Very, very good. I do this 3 times a week. Normally, you know, when it comes to skincare, I used to do it once a week, but now desperate times call for desperate measures. Do it 3 times, at least 3 times a week. You could put, if you don't like it flat, if you don't like the hot water flat, you could add, like if you like some fragrance, you could actually add some essential oils of your choice. You know, just put it in a steamer. You could steam your face, or you know, you could actually do it the good old way. Put some hot water in a bucket, put a bowl, put some hot water in a bowl, put the essential oils of your choice, and then put your head right like above to inhale the steam, and then just cover up with like a piece of thick cloth or towel and inhale. And while doing this, it's actually going into your system, and you know, you find that it actually kills any trace of the virus in your system, if there's any. And the last step is eat onions. We Africans know onions. I know many Africans eat onions. Many people eat onions though. I have spoken to 2 medical doctors who have actually confirmed this. Onions is actually a germ fighting agent. It's actually antibacterial. It's better eaten raw. What I do is, you know, sometimes I eat it, and then as soon as I'm done, I go brush my teeth, because you know, it leaves a very, very foul odor afterwards. So what I just do is I eat, and then I go to brush my teeth. So eat some onions, and you know, when you cut onions, you cry. Yeah, so when you're eating it, you tend to feel it in your eyes, your nostrils, your mouth. So while you're eating it, it's irritating whatever virus or whatever germ might be in your throat, or you know, in these membranes, and before you know it, they're dead. So that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if there are any videos you'd like me to do, or if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, just let me know in the comment section, and if it's doable, I'll get right to it. That's all for today, guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.